Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to a brand new mod spotlight. Today we're taking a look at a small nifty utility mod that adds a bunch of cool little gadgets called Not Enough Wands. Not Enough Wands is a co-op mod worked on by McJady, the author of such mods as RF Tools Control, and about a million other mods. He worked on it with his son, which is really cool. So him and his son spent time building this mod together. He does some of like the boring work, according to him, like getting a lot of the config options and stuff like that. But his son did a lot of the coding, which I think is really cool. So I wanted to spotlight this mod mostly to make sure you guys are aware of it, because it's going to be in the mod pack, and it adds some cool features. So let's get started taking a look at Not Enough Wands. So in case you couldn't tell, Not Enough Wands adds a bunch of cool little wands. They're nifty gadgets, they're definitely cool, and there's a lot of them. There are two tiers of wands. There is the basic wand core, which requires 3 blaze rods and some gold nuggets. And then there's the advanced wand core, which requires the basic wand core with some gas tiers, a nether star, and diamonds. So definitely the advanced wand core is going to be more expensive than the others. The nice thing about this mod is it's fully configurable. You can customize in the configs which wands require which cores. So even though in the configs that I have, the teleportation wand uses the basic core and the acceleration wand uses the advanced core, you could have that be different based on the config files. In fact, lots of things are configurable. So let's just go down the list and check them all out. So the teleportation wand is pretty cool. In the config that I have set, we've chosen to use RF. But you can also configure it to use experience. And you can configure how much RF it can store, how much RF it uses per teleport, how much experience it can use per teleport. The config file in this thing is extremely verbose. You can configure whether the wand is available at all, whether it's craftable or not, whether it can only be found in chests, all kinds of cool stuff. You can even have durability so that you have to recraft them every now and then after you've used them a bunch. So long story short, the configuration is extreme. So we're going to look at this, but keep in mind that when you're playing with it in other mod packs, it's possible that the energy costs and the total energy stored and whether or not it uses RF energy or experience levels are all variable based on the mod pack author and what they did. Cool? The teleportation wand. Right-click to teleport forward until a block is hit or maximum distance is reached. The maximum distance, by the way, you guessed it, is configurable. You can also sneak for half. So if I right-click, boom, we teleport. Or we'll teleport right up to a block. Awesome. Looking good. If you happen to be standing in grass, by the way, yeah, that's going to be trouble. Fancy. And shift right-click for half the distance instead of the whole distance. Nice. The building wand is also a nice one. Okay, so you can see here, right-click to extend blocks in that direction. Sneak right-click on such a block to undo one of the last two operations. Mode key equals default to switch mode. So the equals key will switch you. 9 blocks row mode, switch to 25 block mode, single mode, etc. We'll take a look at each of these in turn. So in single mode, it's going to place a single block. And you can shift right-click to undo. Neat. In 9 blocks mode, you'll notice that we will place up to 9 blocks. So here we've got the potential to place up to 9 blocks. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks, all inside an area like this. And shift right click to undo. Dude, that undo feature is awesome. I love it. And then, of course, there's row mode, which means instead of placing them anywhere, we'll right-click like this, and we'll place them in a single row up to 9 blocks. Cool. And then 25 blocks mode is like 9 blocks mode, but it can go up to 29 blocks, and it'll be in a square. Awesome. And shift right-click to remove again. Very nice. So it works much like the Builder's Wand that we're familiar with from extra utilities, but uses some RF and has a couple different modes, and that undo function is actually really neat. I like that a lot. I have to ask McJady why there isn't a 25 block row, because that would be super cool. No wand mod would be complete without the swapping wand. You'll notice that currently it's in a 3x3 mode. Sneak right click to select a block, right click on the block to replace. Sneak right click, selected block is stone, right click on a block to replace, and poof, we just swapped out our cobblestone for stone. Not too shabby. We can hit equals mode to switch it to 5x5, 7x7, or single mode. And of course 7x7 will be a larger radius, and single mode will be just one block. Neat. And then of course if we wanted to swap them back, not a problem. Awesome. The next wand is the capturing wand. Left click on a creature to capture it, right click on a block to spawn the creature. Shouldn't be too apparent what this does. I'm kidding, obviously. It's totally obvious. Left click to pick them up, right click to place them down. There are no modes on this one, so it's pretty straightforward. It's very much like the lasso and extra utilities or any other mod that's added the ability to pick up monsters. Again, the RF usage is totally configurable, so you can make it really expensive or really cheap, or free, whatever you want. The illumination wand is a wand that prevents you from having to carry torches ever again. Let's right click to place a light. Fancy. That light has no breaking durability, so any left click will remove it, including with the wand itself, and that's really all there is to it. The displacement wand is actually pretty neat. It will displace the block that you're looking at. Right click to push blocks forward, sneak right click to pull blocks. Cool. It even has some different modes. So we can switch it from single mode to 3x3 mode. That's awesome. It even has a 5x5 mode. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Obviously, it won't work on blocks if there's something in the way, but, oh man, this might be cool. Let's see. Sneak. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. And then place it back down. Oh, that's neat. Can I? Oh yeah. It'll definitely pull the blocks into me, but that's okay. That could be super useful. 7x7 mode? Oh, now we're talking. That's actually cool. I like that. Quite a bit. Haha. I'm trapped. Let me out of here. That's really cool. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing with this now, I promise. Alright, I didn't stop playing with it. It works on tile entities too. Awesome. You should note that there is a blacklist option in the config, because there's so many config options in this thing, to blacklist tile entities for being moved. Next up, let's take a look at the protection wand. Right click to protect or unprotect a block. Default is equal mode to switch. So unprotect, clear all mode, protect mode. Let's take a look. So if I place blocks in the world and I want to protect them, not a problem. Sweet. Switch it to unprotect mode and it'll remove one protection. Switch it to clear all mode, and I assume that means it'll clear 3 protected blocks. Easy peasy. There's also a master protection wand, which you can't craft, has no crafting recipe, but it allows you to, if we're protecting these blocks, unprotect them. This is a nice admin tool just in case you have some people on your server who are misbehaving. Similar to the displacement wand is the moving wand. This one, as you can see, right click to take a block, right click once again to place it down. There is no equal key ability. Works great with stone, but it works even better with chests, or mob spawners, or pretty much anything else you might want to pick up and move around. Sweet. The potion wand is pretty straightforward. You combine the wand in a crafting table with any potion in the game, and when you left click on a creature with the wand, it'll apply that potion. So of course we saved the best for last, which is the acceleration wand. There are 3 modes, fast, faster, and fastest, and what it does is speed up the ticks inside of a tile entity to make it basically run faster. So a vanilla furnace takes a little while to craft a single piece of cobblestone, right? Yeah, definitely a little bit slow. However, if we shift right clicked on this thing a bunch of times, it will have crafted 7 of those pieces of stone. So it rapidly accelerated the ticks. Every time you shift right click, it increases the ticks a whole bunch. So you can see we got like maybe 2/3 of the way through the smelting for one right click. Not bad. That's in fastest mode. Fast will be a little bit less. Yeah, definitely a little bit less. But fastest mode definitely speeds things up. You can place these inside like any blocks that right-click, mechanical users they're called. So things like from extra utilities, what is it called? Mechanical user to speed up your ticks. So we would use item on block, right-click, and we'll notice it working and accelerating things quickly. However, there's a config option to disable this, and it's probably not a bad idea. So those of you who are planning to use my mod pack, I'm probably going to have the mechanical user feature disabled because this makes things a little bit overpowered and can absolutely lead to lag on servers. So what I'm probably going to have in my pack, and what you guys might want to consider for yours as well, is if you're using the acceleration wand, do the config option that makes it so that it can't be placed to mechanical users. Meaning if people want to speed up the ticks on blocks, an actual user has to sit there and right-click it. That's the plan for my mod pack. All right, guys. So with that, I think we've pretty much covered all the wands in Not Enough Wands. It's definitely a cool mod. There are some work in progress wands, like the freezing wand is work in progress. And while doing the spotlight, I came up with a couple ideas that I passed over to McJady. So he's going to look at adding some features. I thought it would be cool if the moving wand could move more than one block at a time. We'll see if that gets added, though. For now, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the mod spotlight on Not Enough Wands. Direwolf20 signing off. Take it easy.